guys, it's me, 10 Great Talents here again. I want to thank you first and foremost for coming in, tuning in to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate that. Today what we're going to be doing is a quick Q&A. Just going to go over a quick 10 questions, give you some good brief answers on those. Those are some frequently asked questions that I'm asked. And just want to let you know, if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and like, and also share it if you want. Ask all the questions if you have any questions down below. We'll be doing this every week. And so, yeah, with that, again, thank you. Follow us on our platforms, and let's dive right in. Is high performing connected primarily with cognitive capacity? No, not primarily. The best approach to sustained high performance must pull together all elements of a person, meaning considering the person as a whole. Their emotional intelligence, their spiritual dimension, how deeper values and sense of purpose, as well as physical capacities influence their overall performance. The best approach that I've found to sustain high performance is that performance management addresses the body, the emotions, mind, and spirit. I call this the performance square because each of its four corners profoundly influences the other, and failure to address any of them compromises performance, which is exactly what we will focus on here with our neuro-squared method. What is performing optimally? Great question. Obviously, executives can perform successfully even if they don't care to pay attention to their overall well-being, lack of emotional skills, or have a lack of high purpose for work. Now, although eventually they will become mediocre over time, there will be major decline in their performance, which can cost them, their families, and their business over the long haul. To put it simply, the best long-term performers who perform at high levels for long periods of time tap into positive energy at all levels of performance in the performance square. Optimal performance is doing the very best that you can at the highest level, being efficient and effective in every aspect. Why is it so important for executives to focus on themselves as a whole? Because focusing on things like mindset, lifestyle habits, fitness, and nutrition allows executives to build their capacity for what might be called the supportive competencies. Among those competencies is endurance, strength, flexibility, self-control, and focus. Increasing capacity at all levels allows athletes and executives alike to bring their skills and talents to full ignition and sustain high performance over time, a condition I like to call ideal performance state or peak performance. Why do you call CEOs corporate athletes? Another great question. Because being a former athlete, and a high-level athlete at that, who is now CEO of my own business, I realize the demands of the position are very similar to when I played professional sports. The stress levels are high, and we are always expected to perform at the highest levels to overcome the unprecedented demands of the position. So, if executives want to perform at high levels over the long haul, I propose they would have to train in the same systematic multi-level way I train as a world-class elite athlete. What if I never played sports? Another great question. I have a question for you though. Are you a CEO or a person in a high leadership role? If so, you're still a corporate athlete. You're expected to perform at high levels in every situation when in the office. Plus, the same methods that enables world-class athletes to reach peak performance are equally effective for business leaders, and perhaps even more important in their lives, in and outside of the office, because the demands on the executives to perform at high levels day in and day out. And to be able to sustain it dwarfs the challenge faced by athletes. I know from personal experience. For example, the average pro athlete spends most of his time practicing several hours a day and only a small percentage competing, while the typical executive, by contrast, devotes almost no time to training and must perform at optimal levels, 10, 12, even 14 hours a day, if not more. Not to mention, athletes get several months off, whereas executives are lucky to get 3 or 4 week vacations a year. The average career of an athlete spans 3 to 7 years, while the average executive can expect to work 40 to 50 years. So, regardless if you've never played a sport, if you're in a high power leadership position, then you, sir, are a corporate athlete. What if I don't have time? Great question. I understand. As a time-served executive, life can be tough. Believe me. I mean, you spend most of your hours doing a lot of things. However, that makes it more of a reason to make the time. Because while it isn't always in our power to change our external conditions, we can train to better manage our inner state. I am here to help corporate athletes like yourself to use their full range of their capacities to thrive in the most difficult circumstances and emerge from stressful periods stronger, healthier, and eager for the challenge. Look at it this way. It's better to prioritize your health now than to have to do it later on when you have an illness. Why do I need to focus on the physical aspects? I'll never have to run on a field or be athletic. Another good question. Well, for one, the reason is because your body is your number one asset, and without it, you can't do anything. Two, energy can be defined most simply as the capacity to do work, which is why the neuro-squared process begins at the physical level, because our body is the fundamental source of energy, the foundation of the performance square. Perhaps the best paradigm for building capacity is weightlifting. There is also several decades of sports science and research that have established that the key to increasing physical strength is a phenomenon known as superior compensation, the creation of balanced work-rest ratios. What if I'm low on energy? Well, this is exactly why you need to create a routine with a solid foundation. Now, these basic strategies that I'm going to mention here in a second will help renew energy at the physical level. One, actually do all of the healthy things you know you should do, like drink half your body weight in ounces of water, eat nutrient-dense meals, stay away from synthetic sugars. Two, go to bed early and wake up early. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Three, maintain a consistent bedtime and wake up time. Consistent sleep cycles help regulate your other biological clocks and increase the likelihood that the sleep you're getting will be deep and restful. Plus, your recovery will be optimal. 4, this one is simple. Recover and hydrate. And then 5, train maybe 2 times, minimum 2 times per week. For optimal results, though, you want to train 5 to 6 times weekly. Weight training also turns back the markers of age. It increases strength, it slows down osteoporosis, it enhances mobility, it also helps with your posture, and it dramatically enhances energy. How does this help me emotionally? Well, emotional capacity is the internal climate that supports peak performance. As a former athlete, when I was performing at peak performance, I felt calm, engaged, focused, and confident. I was in the zone, having a ball. And now, as a CEO of my company, I feel the same way. I bet if you were to think about it, a time where you were in the zone or performing at peak optimal levels, you would use similar language to describe how you felt in that moment. Now, keep in mind, just as positive emotions ignite the energy that drives high performance, negative emotions drain energy and over time can literally become toxic and even kill you. What is performance square and the neuro-squared method? First, the performance square consists of 4 corners that connect in order to form the square you need to give you a balanced, more optimal way to perform. This consists of physical capacity as the foundation, which builds endurance and promotes mental and emotional recovery. Emotional capacity creates the internal climate that drives peak performance state. Mental capacity focuses physical and on emotional energy on task at hand, and spiritual capacity provides powerful source of motivation, determination, and endurance. Now, the neuro-squared method focuses on all of these areas, starting with mindset, lifestyle habits, fitness, and nutrition to help you constantly perform at peak levels, because the entire program will be custom to you and your individual brain chemistry and the dominant chemicals in your brain. Now, that's it for today's Q&A. Feel free to drop some comments below, some questions, as well as anything you want me to answer in the future. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button, as well as follow us on all our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you're looking to crack the code to ultimate optimization in your performance and become the ultimate corporate athlete, where I work one-on-one with you, feel free to click the link down below to fill out an application. And if you're accepted, we'll hop on a call and create the best game plan for your ultimate success. There's limited spots, so be sure to take massive action and move with urgency. Subscribe, and we'll see you soon. See you Thursday. Stay dangerous.